that I think is imperative. Journalistic ethics demand that I make that revelation. So
yes, so again, what happens is I can relate. But the good news is that in a very short time, this Tesla supercharger was all over, to the point where you could easily drive that car pretty much nationwide on electric charge. Now, hardly drive an internal combustion engine vehicle. I don't. 80% of all the charging for electric vehicles will actually happen at home.
repeat that.
80% of electric vehicle charging, period, in this country, in any country, is going to happen at home. It's like that in the US, it's like that. So there are other little areas where you have to make some adjustments.
Doc, you know the irony for me. I'm sitting here thinking, most of us, notwithstanding whatever may be our perception of the reality, don't sleep in the dark. We make arrangements.
Exactly.
And the same power with which we sleep can also
charge your car.
I'm not going to romanticize it. Charging equipment are still relatively expensive. We will get back to that. Let me go to DG.
Okay.
That is where we go in the direction
yes.
Thank you for still keeping the side. When I was going out the last time I was with you, I know that the council, that's the NADDC, has a robust human capital development program that crisscrosses from hand-holding the average roadside mechanic. We call them the Baba Mufus or the HOBs, and holding them from ignorance to being able to work with modern vehicles that are largely computers on wheels. A modern automobile are computers on wheels. You have vehicles now averaging about 7 ECMs, electric control modules, some far more. We know that apart from training those artisanal mechanics, you have programs that mentor people, undergraduates in universities. You are partnering with some tertiary institutions. That is actually why you have the emission facility in the southwest Lagos State. Lagos State University of Technology now, former Lagos State Polytechnic. How do you want to tell an average young person interested like he was in flirting with technology? What do you want to tell an average young person on how the NADDC can usher them into realizing their dream of being automotive mechatricians, or indeed somebody that works on or that can dabble into the world of EVs? Your floor.
Okay, let me start from known to unknown in for this particular question. When I say known, is from ICE. How did we manage, or how are we managing the ICE maintenance? Currently, we realize that even the ICE vehicle are changing. Some of the technicians, the ones we call mechanics, the technicians, some of them trained about 20, 15 years ago, and the technology has really changed. So what we have done is to organize training for the technicians across the country. And as of today, we have trained over 10,000 Nigerian youths. We have trained over 10,000 artisans. And in training them, we ensure that we move them from the type of vehicle they started with. We introduce the new vehicle, the new technology, and we let them keep abreast of the happenings and the new technology that we have in auto now. So we've done the training across Nigeria. We have what we call sector skill council. So we have this sector skill, it consists of almost 17, 18 different agencies or people that have experience in different areas of auto, lecturers, artisans, all these people, we brought them together and they form what we call sector skill. And they develop a curriculum that we are using to train all the artisans. We train artisans that we call the roadside. We train fresh graduates in Midas so that they can design parts, they can design different things using Midas technology. So we've done all this for both skilled and unskilled artisan and skilled professionals in auto field. And that's what we intend to also do with the electric vehicle. We realize that electric vehicle, you need to be abreast with the current technology concerning that. And that's why we have started by first of all developing the curriculum, because that curriculum is going to be the guide for everybody that want to play parts here, that want to play role here. Just as you are mentioning, you discussed with doctor. Doctor was trained as a medical doctor, but today is now playing a major role in production of electric vehicle in Nigeria. The same way, because of the interest and because of expertise he has acquired outside the classroom. The same way we are doing with EV. There are some people that we acquire this experience not in the 4 walls of university, but we want them to be grounded. And that's why we have come up with this National Occupational Standards concerning that developed the curriculum for EV. So we have done that, and any moment from now again, we will be embarking on nationwide training of youth. We are already in the process, and we are going to introduce our youth to the common things in EV, the common things, because in EV you don't have plenty parts. So we need to let them know how do you charge, what the different kind of charging connectors that are available, then all the little details that they need to know, and then how can you maintain an electric vehicle. These are things we are going to do. And in doing that, we are going to partner with people that are playing in that field. We are going to partner with professors, engineers. We are going to partner with engineers that are practically professional engineers, and also the vehicle assemblers or vehicle manufacturers. All these people, we bring them together, and we are going to organize those training and let Nigerians know how to handle EV vehicle. When we did the ICE, after training, sometimes we give them some, we like call it take home, like a diagnostic machine, for example. And with diagnostic machine, I was in one stage recently, and when they were talking to us, one of them mentioned that we have been able to move them from analog to digital mechanics. So the same way in EV. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Where you left it, you've moved past, the anxiety, the initial anxiety level. Now,
well, yes. So just anxieties that you had about charging, those are normal. It actually has a name. It's called range anxiety, because you are worried, where am I going to charge? I have 400 kilometers. But 400 kilometers is a lot. It's a lot. So
one way 400 kilometers will take you to as far as
yes,
actually,
I'll throw out some data shortly to make people really understand what 400 kilometers is. But having said that, what has happened is every concern that I see people having, I've lived through this. I can relate to it, and I understand, how these are very legitimate concerns. But the good thing is that people also need to take comfort in the fact that these are problems that other people have gone through, and people have actually walked their way through solving this. For example, charging. I have a charger at home. It costs, let me just throw out some numbers. If I were an Uber driver and I have our smallest product, for 4 hours you get 300 kilometers on that car. It costs 2,500 naira to charge that car. If you have the same vehicle in internal combustion car, 10 to 12,000 naira to get to fuel
Per day, per
per day.
Per
Now,
work day.
and you are not going to finish that, because when we've been here on the ground collecting data for going on 3.5 years now, Uber drivers don't even drive 200 kilometers. So you will not even finish that charge. Not only that, if you have a car that has a 300 kilometer range and you are in Lagos, you are not going to charge I don't charge more than once a week if I'm within town. So it's remarkable. It really
If you're
relieves.
you mean if you're doing inner city driving?
Yeah, because don't forget that the entire, everywhere we go to in Lagos is about 22 by 24 kilometers. It fits in a box of 22 by 24. We don't drive a lot. We're just spending all our lot. So, yeah, people need to,